SAS DataFly is an interactive, real-time data visualization tool for the classroom. Students respond to teacher-created polls and instantly see their responses populate a data visualization, such as a bar chart, histogram, or scatterplot. SAS DataFly heightens the interest and comprehension of students as they play an active role in data creation. It also includes interactive tools for teachers and students to support instruction and create deeper understanding of data concepts. In this help video, we'll go over the key features of DataFly so you can get your students interacting with data on the fly. Teachers begin by creating a template. A template consists of one or two poll questions and the specifications for the visualization that will be created from the collected data. Teachers collect data from their students by launching a live session. A live session starts as an empty data visualization. Students join the live session using a link or shared code, which will present them with the poll questions so they can add data. The data visualization will build in real time as data is entered. So let's start by creating a template. You can start creating a template by clicking Create Template on the DataFly homepage. The first step is choosing your visualization type. The type of visualization you choose will affect the type and quantities of questions you can ask. We'll start with a bar chart with a checkbox, which allows multiple options. We'll ask the question, what types of pets do you have at home? And list several options available for students to select. With a checkbox, students can pick as many options as they like, whereas with multiple choice or drop-down, they're only able to select one of the available options. We always enter a label with our data. This label will be used on axes and in downloaded data. I can scroll down to see a preview of what my chart will look like, and I can decide to add another question. This time I'll use the traditional multiple choice and ask, do you have a yard? So we can compare how the types of pet students have vary whether or not they have a yard. Again, I'll enter in my data label. And again, I've got another preview, an updated preview of what my chart visualization might look like. I'm going to go ahead and give my chart a title. And then I can play with available options for customizing how my visualization will look. In this case, I can choose whether I want my bar chart to be stacked or grouped, if I want it to be horizontal. I can even choose the variable that I would like it to be stacked or grouped by. In this case, I like the way this visualization looks. This is how I'm going to communicate data to my students. So I'll move to the next step of saving a template. In SAS DataFly, you can save templates so that they can be accessed at a later time using a saved link. You can optionally add a title and a description to the template to help yourself or others know what the activity is about. The two methods for saving and sharing saved templates are to either copy the link that's displayed below directly or using the copy button, or enter an email and send the email to yourself for safekeeping or send it to others. If you share a saved template with others, it will not share student data, and they will also not be able to edit your original template. Let's move on to the next step, launching a live session. Live sessions can be launched immediately after creating a template, as in the case of what I've done now, or using a saved template link. So if I paste that link that I saved from the previous screen, you can see I'm taking to an almost identical page, providing me with the details of the template I just created, as well as options that are available for when I launch my live session. The first of these options is the live session code. You can provide a code you wish students to enter, or leave this blank and one will be provided for you. We'll go over the other setting options later in this tutorial. But for now, let's launch the session. As you can see, after launching a live session, I now have a blank visualization waiting for data to be collected. Students can join a live session to start entering their data one of two methods. The first method is to enter the session code on the SAS DataFly homepage. If you recall, that session code was help1. Students enter the code and join. When students join a live session, they will immediately be prompted to answer the questions that were specified in the template. After answering questions, they'll be taken to a visualization of the data, including their own. Data appears in real time as it is entered. Let's head back to the teacher visualization and show how the data looks coming in from students as they enter it in real time. Students have the same view on their device, seeing the data coming in from their fellow classmates. When all of the data has been collected, you can download the data or the graph to use in other applications or to refer to at a later date. You can download the data as a CSV and the graph as a PNG file. Now let's run through another example to show some more features of DataFly. This time I'll create a new template, and I'll do a scatter plot to show some of the numeric features. I'll start with a linear scale question. In this question type, students choose a value from a numeric slider. Teachers provide a range of values that can be entered, as well as a step value. In this case, I'm doing shoe sizes, ranging from 1 to 14 and increasing in half-size increments. As always, I'll provide a label for my data, in this case, shoe size. The next question type I'll select is a free-form numeric. In this question type, students enter their own numeric values. Teachers can specify several limits on the data to ensure it is valid. This includes upper and lower bounds, and choosing between allowing whole numbers, decimals, or fractions. In this case, I'll do whole numbers only. I'll add the appropriate label to my data again. Next, I'll scroll down to customize my charts. I'll start by adding a title, height versus shoe size, but I also notice that all of the data points in the preview of my scatter plot are centered at the top, which I don't like. This is because the lower bounds on height was set to 50 inches. So I'll change the Y minimum to be 50 inches so that my data is more evenly spread across the scatter plot. The chart preview helps you know what your data will look like before you start collecting it. Again, the next step in the process is to save the template for later if desired. I'll add a description and copy the link to save for later, and then launch the live session. In this session, I'll go over some of the additional session settings. There's Ask for Nicknames, which you can turn on to collect a name for students or leave off for anonymity. You can enable emoji selection, which allows dots to be customized with color or an emoji. And you can allow multiple entries from the same device. This is helpful in settings where students are sharing devices or in cases where students may need to enter data more than once. And now I've got another blank visualization ready for student data. Now the second way students can join a live session is by using the live session link directly. I can copy the link from my browser and share it directly with students. When they use this link, they'll be taken directly into the live session where they can start entering their data. Now we can see the nickname option where I can add a name, and I can also customize my dot. This was the customize emoji option that we saw before. So I can change the color and choose from a variety of emojis just to have some fun and also be able to locate my dot on the data visualization. I select my shoe size with the slider and enter my height in the freeform data entry. When I submit, I now have an option to add another response. This was the enable multiple entries from the same device option. So this is great for settings with shared devices. I can pass my device on to the next student and they can enter their data and submit as well. When we're ready, we can view the results, and again, we'll see them coming in real time. Here's that teacher view again, showing the data coming in as students enter. I can also access some teacher tools. So for example, I have a line of best fit on this scatter plot. There are different tools available in different chart types, but all chart types have a marker, so you can highlight pieces of data that you want to draw students' attention to, such as outliers or other trends. I can hover over the data points and see those nicknames as well as the data that was entered. One final feature I'd like to highlight is the duplicate and edit feature. You can duplicate and edit any saved template by going to the saved template link and clicking the duplicate and edit button. This brings up a filled out template using all of the data from the original template. It's important to note that this is a copy of the template. It does not overwrite the original data. So let's suppose that I want to edit this template to use meters instead of inches. I can adjust the question text, the minimum and maximum, even the types of values that are allowed. I'll adjust the label. I can see that the visualization looks a little bit funny with the new data parameters that I've entered, so I'll make some changes to that as well. When I'm ready, I can save the template, and now I have a new link. Using this link will take me to the question using meters, whereas the original link I had will still refer to student height in inches. To help you get started using SAS DataFly, we've created a set of demo templates that you can access, launch, and edit to help you explore all of the various features. There's a template using each of the different chart types. These lesson ideas are here to inspire you, so please feel free to look around, make changes, make them your own, and get a sense of how DataFly could be used in your classroom. This covers the basics of getting started with SAS DataFly. I hope you've learned a lot about how to use the tool, and if any questions arise or you have comments, concerns, ideas for new features, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.